The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Good morning and welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, in with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor. How are you?
Very good. How are you today?
Excellent. We have with us Scott Frazier, owner of Infinite Interiors. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming back and joining us. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we review many real estate topics. We have an exceptional real estate office with many full-time, relentless realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and see what's going on. We had our webcam went out and we didn't realize it. We started getting emails from Mississippi. We started getting emails from Florida. We were getting emails
and
from
phone calls
and
from
phone
Florida.
calls too.
People
That's amazing.
that have left the area, but go onto the webcam just to.
You're kidding.
No, all the time.
See what's shaking in Dunmore Corners.
Yes.
We had a woman from New Mexico outside jumping up and down in front of it. Oh, I can't believe I'm here. This is on my bucket list.
That's
she came into the office.
for
It was
bucket
on a
list.
bucket list. Well, she must have a short list.
Good
for her.
Yes, we were very proud of that moment.
I would be proud of that moment.
View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly JRUDDY.com. That's jruddy.com, where you can also view all the podcast apps that we feature this radio show on. And remember to check us out on social media. Scott Frazier, owner of Infinite Interiors. You've been here before.
I have.
A fabulous guest of ours. We always look forward to having you on.
I'm a repeat offender. That's true.
Yes. No, I don't term you that way, but I love to see you, and you always bring so much fun and excitement to the studio. I want to talk to you about interior designs, what's in right now in the decorating world.
Well, what's happening is things that are up and coming because we're in the beginning of 2024. So I think new things that are happening is, and this is probably what I'm most excited about, the return of color is a very big deal.
So gray.
You're going to see it everywhere. Gray is gone. Gray is dead.
Please.
Yeah, people aren't showing it in magazines, and the dreaded Greige is gone as well.
Greige. Yeah, what's that?
The color between, they seem to combine gray and beige. They call it Greige.
Yes.
So it's, the world of neutrals is leaving us, thank goodness. I think it's long overdue.
Right. They did have a long run.
Oh, they did have a long run. Well, because it's safe. And I think people are still going to ride that wave for a long time. Because they feel like, it's safe. But it doesn't personalize your home. It doesn't make it a home. It makes it, a common space that you can see anywhere. I don't think there's anything interesting involved in it. So
okay.
I'm happy to see it leave, and I'm glad to see the new color palettes coming.
What,
Right.
so like you're talking like colors for accent walls and stuff like that, or just
Colors for everything.
For everything?
Pat, really, for everything. Kitchen cabinetry is now being painted all colors of the rainbow, and it's looking great because they're putting beautiful finishes on it. We see them now lacquered, which is amazing. Not the whole kitchen. That would be a lot, but maybe the lacquer the island. Or a section of cabinets that's kind of off on its own, like a coffee bar area that's on its own. Those cabinets might all be lacquered, which is really impressive. It's beautiful to see. It gives another dimension, another level of sheen. Is a really interesting thing for your eye to see. So it's really smart.
It's multi-dimensional.
Multi-dimensional.
There's various colors in rooms.
Yes. And a warmer palette's coming into play now.
Like what when you say warmer?
You're seeing the return of brown. Brown is huge. Brown's going to be huge. As we sit here, Miss Jackie's wearing brown orange. She's very on point right now. or is going to be on point. You're ahead of the trend a little bit, Jackie.
She's a
Look at you.
trendsetter.
She is. So you're going to see browns, you're going to see tans, you're going to see caramels, you're going to see the big trend right now is latte, the color palette of latte, which involves, of course, if you think of what a latte looks like, right? That light, creamy brown.
Yes.
That you're going to see a lot of that. And it opens you up. That's for safer people. The people can evolve now from Greige into
Latte?
Yeah, because it's more transitional and it's a safer choice. But you get a much better look out of it. You get a warmer look, more interesting.
Well, I have to tell you, when it comes to the home, neither gray nor brown appeal to me, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the 2024 colors of the year.
Let's
From
do that.
peach to pepper.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Pantone.
Peach fuzz is coming, kids. Look out.
We haven't discussed this yet, Pat, and I know that you've been since
Get out
January
your paintbrush,
1st.
Pat.
I don't know what color to paint my garage. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, peach fuzz. It's clearly going to be peach fuzz.
Yes. So peach fuzz is just as it sounds, a velvety, gentle peach tone.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Bright but calming.
Bright, calming, warm.
Warm.
Again, warm palettes are going to become very popular.
All right.
With touches of, just so everybody's clear, green is still a very big color. So you're going to see warmer palettes like that, but then you're going to see some cool colors to offset it or flip over on the other side of the color wheel. So you're going to see rooms like that, but then you may see a navy sofa or a deep green sofa.
Okay.
In that palette.
Okay. All right. I could see that. How about Sherwin-Williams? Theirs is called Upward. It's a breezy, blissful blue.
Yeah, which is beautiful. I think one of the great ways to do that with color is doing a few different hues of it. I think is really, really smart.
Like you would do different walls, different colors, like a different shade?
Yeah,
really?
you could totally do that. But no accent wall. The accent wall thing has been dead for
20 years?
Yeah, like 20 years. It's up there with vertical blinds.
Oh,
Like,
But they're doing
Yeah.
it with wallpaper, right?
yeah, but it's more do two walls. Don't do one. Do at least two. Do at least two walls.
With wallpaper.
Well, yeah. Wallpaper's huge right now. It is everywhere. If you're watching anything right now, if anybody's watched Succession, you see tons of it. If anybody's watching the reboot of Sex and the City, which is in Manhattan, right, which is a style icon and a trendsetter, wallpaper is everywhere. Every color, every style, but it's updated. The scale of the patterns is blown up really, really big now. So if you did a floral, that flower might be bigger than your head. They're just big, big scales, but it makes them current. So you get this classic feeling, but you get a current look on it. It's a great spin.
Right. So it has to be current wallpaper. It can't be wallpaper from 50 years ago.
No.
Okay.
It's got to be. Yeah,
Well, as you're talking, I'm thinking about a deal that we couldn't get together. One of our agents was just negotiating. They got very, very close. But one of the things that they realized, the buyer, when they were walking through, the home purchaser was looking at the home. It was not obvious that every room had wallpaper. However, it was painted. So it was on their second or third walkthrough that they realized this, and they couldn't agree upon a price with the seller because they wanted to
remove it.
Right. And that's a task when it's painted.
It is a task. Sure.
So I wonder what it would have looked like, because it might have been better if they left it.
May have been. It's very possible. That's for sure.
Okay, so let's move on, and we're talking now about Benjamin Moore's color for 2024, Blue Nova. That's violet and blue combination.
Yeah, that's a beautiful combination. You also see it in clothing right now. If you watch the whole fashion industry and how it seems to trickle down, it starts there first, and then it moves into interiors.
Bear, the color of the year is cracked pepper.
Which is, again, warm palette, right? There it is.
There it is.
It's happening again.
It's almost black.
It's
a very dark brown.
Right, a deep, deep, dark brown. And
I think if I painted an apartment or a hallway that color, it would make it like a cave, wouldn't it?
It could be. It has to be lit correctly. It's never just...
Because I remember I went out with a girl and they had the apartment.
Jackie, are you listening?
There was some. I think there was some mental illness in this place, but it was brown. Like the whole apartment was brown.
Yeah.
And I don't care how many lights were on, it was always dark.
It's always
Is it brown or is it soft black? What would it really be? A brownish black?
I think it's brownish black. I think it's a super, super dark black, or dark brown.
Well, where would you use that? A color like that?
Believe it or not, you're going to be shocked. Like, do it in a powder room, do it in a small powder room. Really, but then you can't just leave it. Like, rooms, when they're well designed, are never, ever, ever about one thing. Never. Everything has to play a role. It's like a team, right? And if you have your basketball team, and if your point guard's terrible, the team's going to suffer. It's the same thing. So everything has to work together. So it can't be just about the paint color. The paint color could be your lead off. It could be what you're doing. It was your inspiration. But then think about if you're going to do that deep brown, then maybe your fixtures should be bright copper, or they should be brushed brass, something warmer like that that's really going to pop off of that darker background.
And a lighter floor and a light ceiling, or
yeah,
darker?
you could do a lighter floor. Like, think of that blue color you just spoke of. If your floor was in that tone and the walls were in that blue, it would be beautiful when it was put together.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Don't give her any ideas, all right?
Oh,
I don't want to see you in my house when I
It's
come
already
home.
happening, Pat.
Okay?
Yeah.
The deal is in the works.
Pat, I never come over when you're home.
Yeah, I know.
Jackie and I get more done when you're not. You know what I mean?
As long as there's no more
Yeah.
tables in the house.
The
I do
tables.
need tables.
No, you don't.
He does.
You need a table intervention. You know that. You have a problem.
No, I would consider Jackie to be a collector. And that's a
Yes,
different
of
thing.
tables.
Yes, of tables. Everybody has a collection of their own, things we like to collect.
Yes.
For Jackie, it's tables.
I like Fraser.
You're an enabler.
Yeah, that's true.
Scott Fraser, owner of Infinite Interiors. How long have you been doing interior decorating?
Over 20 years now.
Okay. And how booked are you?
Really, really booked. It's out to about, if a new client comes to me, right now I can't get to them for about 2 months.
That's not too bad. All right. So you do consults, obviously.
I do.
And you have a big job in Allentown?
Oh, no, I have a job in Allentown. It's somebody who I've done her mother's house. I've done her sister's house.
But you usually don't travel that far.
Not usually, but for some people, it
Yeah,
depends.
right.
There's a relationship there already. I've known her for 20 years. She moved back. She was in California for 14 years.
So
and
you're
moved
based
back.
in Scranton and you
yeah,
stay
yeah.
in this vicinity, usually, just around
Yeah.
here.
I mean, I've done other houses in North Carolina, a couple houses in Florida, things like that. But they're usually done off of floor plans and pictures and things like that.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about design trends for 2024.
Yeah.
All right. White kitchens, are they in? They out?
I think that a white kitchen is a classic thing, so it's never going to be completely out. Colors are hotter right now.
How about
That's for sure.
the woods? They're coming back.
Woods are very much coming back, and you're going to see them in deeper colors, warmer. The whole washed out thing or the driftwood, dead. That's long gone. So if people are now doing, contemporary farmhouse, if that's the look you're striving for, don't go for the driftwood look, which was what everyone was doing, right? They'd shiplap the walls and driftwood the floor, but now they're doing warmer colors and tones in those palettes, and it looks better. It looks a lot better.
All right.
Accenting with black off of those lighter colors because it's more dramatic. So maybe your chairs and your table are black, right? And in that sort of lighter palette, if your floors are lighter and your walls are lighter, because it's more impactful, it's more dramatic to see it.
Okay. And counters?
Counters are important. There's variation in them where, usually what we like to do is change the island, this is not, I'm not splitting the atom here. That's been done for a long time, but it still looks great, is changing the island to be a different color, bottom and the counter itself. Of course, granite and quartz are king. Those are the best things you could put into your space. Those are the best upgrades. They're also forever if you take care of them. Concrete is big. A lot of people are doing concrete, and now concrete could be colored. It could be textured. So you're getting a lot more variety there, they used to be just gray. Now there's a lot more possibility with that to personalize it. And that's the point. I think when you put your home together, you really want to personalize it so that it reflects My theory is always the house should reflect the people who live in it.
Well,
Yeah.
yes and no. So
Well, not for sale purposes.
Right.
That's a different animal. Like I'm designing for people to live in it.
Right.
Right? Not to sell it. Selling it, then you really want to strip it.
Absolutely.
You want to take it down to beige everything, and because you want people to see how they could live in it, which is that's actually the reverse of what I do. You know, I would come in after that and then personalize those spaces. Mm-hmm. But for the purpose of selling, you want to depersonalize it.
Sure. But
you probably tell everybody that, right?
Right. Exactly. Declutter, depersonalize, deep clean, all of that stuff.
Take the pictures down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take them down.
So last time you were here, we talked about the island, and it was getting bigger.
Oh,
and it's more, it's functioning differently.
Very differently. It's actually functioning. It's not just something to have extra counter space to put a sheet tray on, right? It's now there's wine coolers in them, and there's microwaves in them, and there's
sinks,
pull-out bins
in
and
them, yeah.
sinks. And one of my favorite things to put in them is your cooktop. I'm crazy about that because then when you're cooking, if you cook a lot, and I do, you're not staring at the wall anymore. Like if, the kitchen has become this big gathering place in houses, as
that
we
could
all
be
know.
dangerous.
But
Very distracting.
Well, it depends who's cooking.
It doesn't take much for me to burn the house down when I'm cooking.
Well, it hasn't happened yet. I mean, cooking. But
I think if your space is large enough to do that, then it becomes part of the gathering, rather than you're
yes.
cooking,
That's
you're
where we
staring
all
at the
get
wall,
together.
everybody's behind you.
Right.
This way you're kind of you're facing everybody.
And you can socialize with your guests.
And even in your everyday environment, when it's just you and Pat at home, and you're throwing together another 4-star Michelin chef gourmet meal, Jackie, as you do. They
1-800-CBOs.
Yeah. Then you're not staring at the wall again. Your view is just better. I think it's just a happier way to cook.
Right. And then the seating's still there.
I like the look of it when you're talking about that with the island, with
Love
the
the look
hood,
of it.
with the hood that
me
comes
too.
down over it. I like the look
I'm
of that.
a big fan. And you don't even have to, because now they have downdraft fans that will rise out of the counter and pull everything down. So you don't have to have the hood if you don't want to.
Really?
Yeah. That's been around for a long time.
I could smoke a kitchen, let me tell you.
Yeah, let me tell you right now.
Yeah. Well, when we blacken stuff, I use the grill outside.
Yeah.
I'll get it real hot outside, and then because I don't care about the smoke then.
Yeah, same. But to blacken things in the house, if you really do, it'll smoke up the house.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I don't know if there's any
The
fan
fire
that can handle
department will
that.
respond. Yeah, it'll be good.
Well, Fraser, when we designed our kitchen and when we designed our house, which
I've been in your kitchen. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You made a great use of the
She
space.
did it.
You really did.
Well, it's the width of the back of the home. So what we did was you can go to either side of the house through 2 swinging doors. So we put the swinging doors there so that when you did cook, you could close them, and then the house would not take on whatever the cooking orders you had.
Yeah.
So Pat made salmon burgers the other evening and did not close the doors. So
And the house
our
smelled like
son,
salmon
Pat,
burgers.
come on.
I turned fans on.
yeah, he put the vent on.
Patrick's on the 3rd floor. I smell fish.
Yeah, he did. He came down and he put the vent on high blast. He's like, I could smell those burgers up on the 3rd floor.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, that's something to think of. You were in a new construction
I
the
was.
other
You
were,
day.
yeah.
And you mentioned the lighting. Now we're on the kitchen now, but you said lighting is really, it should be done right. And so let's talk about the right way to do lighting. Kitchen, I don't think you can have enough lighting.
I love a bright. I like a bright house. Like my overhead lights are always on. My lamps are always up. Pat would probably die.
No,
it's
Jackie.
on.
Jackie's like that too.
Yeah, all the time. I love a bright house. I don't like a gloomy house. I like them bright. It makes more cheery, I think. But a lot of people like more ambient lighting. I completely understand that.
Well, there's dimmers for that.
There are dimmers for that.
Only turn on one of the lights.
And you can completely, by changing the lighting, you can completely change the mood of the space instantly by the amount of light that you allow into it.
But this new construction had what, 28?
There were 24
recessed
lights in the ceiling in the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
24, one room.
That's a lot of light bulbs.
That's something I need, I think, is smart for people to be aware of because they seem to. I don't want to throw contractors under the bus because they're great, but way too much lighting. It's just, and it's all at one level. The key to lighting a house, a space, a room correctly is 3-point lighting. You have to have it up in the ceiling. You have to have it down at around eye level, which is, a variant for different heights, but around eye level. And then you want it again down at another lower point. So think chandelier, floor lamp, table lamp. There's 3 different heights. Like you want to bring it down. Like that's how you light a room correctly. So Pat, the brown, your ex-girlfriend's apartment with the brown walls, if it was lit that way, it would have looked much better. She didn't know how to light it, Pat.
I had to wear
it's
a little.
No wonder
I
you
had to wear
left
a
her,
little
Pat.
helmet.
It's no wonder you left her.
I had a little helmet.
She doesn't know
with
how to light a space.
A helmet with the flashlight on it to go through the place. It was,
Your miner's
I felt like
cap.
a miner in there. Hello.
Okay, so getting back to the kitchen and the countertops and the island.
Yes.
What I've been seeing lately, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that the counter on the island is extending down the side of it.
It's called a waterfall, and I'm crazy about it.
The waterfall.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
What is that again?
It's called a waterfall counter.
So the countertop is on the side?
Yes. Yeah, it's miter cut. So you come to the end of the counter, it's miter cut, and then it drops down to the floor. It's a beautiful look. It's expensive, too.
I was just going to ask.
Oh, yeah, it's expensive. But it's beautiful. There's a reason. It's expensive because it's beautiful. And using more product. You're using more granite. You're using more marble, whatever product you're using.
Beautiful.
It does make a beautiful look.
Scott Frazier, Infinite Interiors. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
You can reach me on my cell, 570-933-0495, or you can reach me at my email, which is my name, Scott Frazier, 1219@gmail.com.
And Frazier is spelled Frazier.
You're correct, Jackie.
Okay. Thank you. I'd like to thank our special sponsor this week, Rinker Incorporated. They specialize in automatic generator and power storage systems, ductless heating and air conditioning. They are also your full-service electricians, serving the area for over 35 years. Customer satisfaction is Rinker's #1 priority. Their focus is on quality workmanship along with honesty and integrity. Rinker combines their knowledge and extensive experience to ensure your needs are met. Contact Rinker Incorporated today. Call 570-698-9696. That's 570-698-9696. And visit them at gorinkerinc.com. They look forward to adding you to their long list of happy customers. Hold on for more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM. The Talker will be right back. When considering to sell or buy a home, why choose Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate? Let me tell you why. 70% of home buyers settle for the first agent they meet, and many regret it. 90% of home sellers hire an agent, but was it the right choice? Don't have agent remorse. I'm Jackie Ruddy, and I've been in and around the real estate business for most of my life. And at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, we've been selling real estate for half a century. But we do not do it halfway. You deserve better than average. Average doesn't help you. We know it's all about you and what you need. Century 21 is the #1 in brand awareness, is the most recognized name in real estate, and is the most respected in the industry. In this market, if you dream big, you need to move fast. So it makes perfect sense to contact Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, 570-344-6724, and visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com. We're back in the studio with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, in with my husband, Pat Devaney, fellow realtor.
And we're learning a lot.
From Scott Frazier, owner of Infinite Interiors, talking about what's going on new in the kitchen. There's always new stuff to know.
Always new stuff. Kitchens are evolving at such a rapid rate.
And we're right before the break, we were talking about the waterfall look on a kitchen island, and that's where the counter extends over the one side, right?
One side. No, I've seen both.
You've seen
two.
both? Okay.
I've seen two. It's beautiful.
Okay. What about the backsplash? Is there anything new in that department?
Yeah, of course, there always are, and backsplashes are a big deal because you can really change the look and feeling of your house, or not your house, your kitchen, by your choice of backsplash. So now it's, as always, I want to say subway tile is where the bar is set, right? Classic white subway tile, offset, run horizontally. Put that in your kitchen. It will last forever. That look it's timeless. But if you have a more contemporary house and that's your style, then you could do smart, simple things like take that subway tile by the longer version. They're usually a 3x6, but you can get them in a 9x3 and flip it the other way and run them horizontally and don't offset it. So you create these straight lines, but it makes the whole backsplash look contemporary and modern as opposed to more traditional. Smart little tips like that.
Those tiles and a backsplash make such a huge difference in a kitchen.
Huge.
I look at kitchens that don't have it. They look barren.
Yeah.
They need something.
Oh, they need something.
It's a finishing touch, which is the right finishing touch. And also, cleanability, of course, right? Really was the main reason why backsplashes came into existence.
Tiles are easy to clean.
And tiles are easy to clean. And avoid the feature tile thing behind the stove. Nobody's doing that. That's been dead for a while. It's usually one type of tile throughout that backsplash.
Well, I've seen where they're doing what you put on your counter. They're taking a slab of that, putting it behind the stove.
Very
if the
beautiful.
stove is facing the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're doing the tile around the rest of the walls.
Right. Even if your stove isn't facing the wall, they're still doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, to face that wall with the same material as the counter.
Right.
Is a beautiful high look. It also makes the whole space look larger because there isn't a variation. Your eye doesn't see a change. Your eye moves from the counter and then right up to the wall and up to this, up to the counter or ceiling, depending on how high you go with that.
And it's so much easier to clean that.
Oh, sure it is.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly. The other thing that I love is the idea of it's more of a commitment financially, and also visually. But one of the best looks, I think, is going all the way to the ceiling. People will take that backsplash and go not just under the cabinet, but go above the cabinet to the ceiling. So the whole wall is the backsplash.
Wow.
Beautiful. It's really beautiful.
And expensive.
It is. It costs more money.
Okay.
But you're only going to throw that money in one time. And, I'm guessing you guys being realtors would tell people if you're going to put money into the house, where should you put it?
Kitchen and baths.
Kitchen and bath, right?
All right. So pantries are huge. Butlers pantries and
Huge.
pantries are now people they're on a must-have list.
Yeah.
Like people really want these.
Yeah. Because it gives you an extra space. It gives you this extra space for storage of, all things for your kitchen. It gives you extra food prep places. And I think it makes the whole kitchen area feel more polished, a little more bougie to have that, separate butler's pantry. Plus, I think a lot of wine fridges go in there. There are people putting additional sinks in there. So it really becomes a whole other functional space included into the kitchen.
We love our pantry.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's fantastic, right?
Great.
Yeah, you'd never give it up.
Nope.
Yeah. So I think
Never.
anybody thinking about it, don't even think, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's the right thing.
Create it. If you don't have it, make
If you
it.
don't have it, create it somehow.
Somehow.
If
Yeah.
you can spare the space.
Okay, Scott Frazier, Infinite Interiors. Can we have your contact, please?
Sure. My cell is 570-933-0495. My email is my name, Scott Frazier, 1219@gmail.com.
Great. Thank you. Would you come back next week?
I will come back next week, Jackie. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Our office is a Quality Service Award-winning office. Again, we received the Pinnacle Award. That means 2 years in a row we have 95% or above in quality service.
That means we have the best realtors.
That's the Century 21 Award. We also have Dan Callahan, James Caceres, Nicole Clark, Aaron Pierce, Karen Kashuba. All received the Quality Service Award, and Connie Seagraves won the Quality Service Pinnacle Award. So they all have 95% or above, and there's 3 areas where their clients had rated them in satisfaction, performance, and recommendation. So congratulations to all those agents who received that award. That's all for today's Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back next Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m.